What nonsense is this? Rubbish people. How can I receive such an amount of money?
How much did you get?
£200.
Let me see what you got. Oops. See what I got. I just received £200 from my brother.
Oh, you got a lot more than I do.
Oh yes, with Moneyfx, you can receive money from any part of the world to Cameroon directly into your mobile money account at the cheapest rate.
Wow. Are you looking for the best exchange rate for all your money transfer? Try Moneyfx. Log on to moneyfx.com. Moneyfx. Fast, easy, and cheap service to Cameroon. Moneyfx.
September is around the corner, and there is no better time to embark on your journey for studies in the UK than now. Are you looking for an opportunity to study in the UK? Do you want to graduate as a critical thinker and to gain the skills employers are looking for? Do you want to study a course in the shortage occupation list of the UK? Would you like to gain work experience by taking advantage of a 2 years post-study work visa? Would you like to study a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics degree to enable easy access to a permanent residence after graduation? FK Global Education Ventures got you covered. FK Global Educational Ventures will primarily evaluate, assess, and advise you on the necessary requirements of admission, assist you in choosing from over 300 courses, assist you gain admission into any university of your choice, helps you with your visa applications, assist you with accommodation, airport pickups, and settling in the UK. For more information, do contact us on the details you see on your screens. Thank you and God bless.
There is always that moment when the world treats you like you ain't worth nothing. When hardship and difficulty makes you want to melt in the presence of your landlord. In these moments, the weak break down in despair, but the strong stand up and find solutions to their problems. They look for people who can help them build their dreams. They look for directions as they search their hearts to find their dreams. Then they finally find their dreams in places so beautiful, so magical, even their wildest dreams couldn't have led them to. In moments like this, they visit all their meeting groups. They use up all their last savings, put up every penny to the pursuit of their dreams. Then finally, they realize their dreams and find happiness with their loved ones. Because the finest things in life are so close but seem so far. Like Mary, you can own a land and build your dream. At Pedi's Properties, we build your dreams with you.
One of the things that make me feel very beautiful and very confident as a brown-skinned woman is choosing the right skincare products. So here, guys, I feel of the products that I use that make me feel very beautiful, very confident. And if you have any skin issue, be it acne, hyperpigmentation, or oily skin, dry skin, whatever problem it is you're facing with your skin, trust me, Escape is here for you. Escape is actually formulated to suit all skin types, all melanated skin types. So when you use this, you see how confident I'm feeling. This is going to be you after using Escape products. Trust me.
Et je vais t'épauler.
Hey fam. Hey guys. Hi guys. Hi. How are we? I can see just two persons joining. Come on. Okay, the two of you watching, can you share the video? I know this is a strange environment, okay? Don't worry, just share, just share. Share, okay, and tag your friends. Okay, it's a bit strange to me as well. I've got to, see how this thing works before. Oh, we're getting there, okay. So I just thought maybe Saturdays, Wednesdays rather, we get to come on YouTube and then we build a channel, okay. So we will be talking about your questions and answers today, and I hope that you can share the video, come with every question of yours, and then we can take it from there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hope that you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Let me know in the comments. If it's possible, you comment on there. If you can hear me, guys. Okay. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you can hear me. Okay. It's a bit strange. I'm trying to know how to go about YouTube. I need to build this channel. Okay. We have to build it together. So, guys, share the video. Please share the video. I know you're going to be sharing it as a link and it's not very friendly. But hey, just share the video, okay? We're getting there. So yeah, I can see some of you. Let me know in the comments, okay? Those of you who are watching, because I can't see. It's YouTube, it's different. I really can't see. Okay, let me see if I can share it as well. Share the video. Let me know in the comments, okay? Just type in the comments you're watching, where you're watching from, and if you can hear me clearly. Okay. Okay. Yes, I have to turn this down. Okay, guys, let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know. I have to turn down the sound here. Can you hear me? Let me know in the comments, because I see some of you watching, but I can't see anything. Just type in the comments, guys, or maybe you're typing. I can't see. I'm sorry about that. Okay, but just bear with me. Like I said, this is a new platform. And I'm thinking on Wednesdays, I channel some of the viewers this way. So yeah, I can see that the number is increasing. Just share the video as you join. Put your question, drop your questions in the comments. Let me know. Oh, seems as if I've turned off. I'm not even sure. Did I turn off? Okay. Yeah, it's on. Tasha from Austria. Hi, Tasha. I see you. Can you share the video? Please tag your friends to join. Okay, I'm beginning to see comments now. I was wondering. Sonia Tunbi. I guess it's gonna be a completely new audience on here. Can you guys hear me properly? Okay, so we have Sonita and B. We have Tasha Tamge, and we have Kim's Motivate Bible Base. Hi, sweethearts. Thank you for joining. I know that we're very few today, but because, like I said, it's a new platform, so it's a bit different. So, guys, just share the video. I'm still struggling to understand how it works. Okay, and I hope that you've got questions because it's a question and answer session. Okay. Right. Thank you so much, Tasha. Thank you. I see you. I see you. Okay. So you subscribe if you haven't, and then give it a thumbs up. Okay. Just so that, yeah, I see it's mounting. So yeah, just keep sharing. Okay. Let me try as much as possible as well to share, and at least we can get a handful of people come on board. We're always going to do this just so that we get to build. Of course, it's one step at a time, one day at a time, and it's going to get better. Okay. I know we have a huge audience on Facebook, but hey, let us build our channel, okay? Because it's a whole lot of content that we'll be channeling on this platform, and you want to have people who are there and ready to watch and support. Okay, so guys, bear with me. Okay, let me just share as well to the different platforms that I'm part of. Okay, So let me know. We are, like I said, today is just questions and answers. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and I'm going to see it and I'm going to answer you accordingly. Okay. Hopefully that I get the best answers for you. All right. All right. Most people are not very versed with YouTube. Well, they are. But hi, Yannick Atekem from Washington, D.C. I'm sorry that the comments are coming a bit later than maybe when you write them. So just bear with me because I'm seeing them a bit late, okay? So like I said, it's a new channel. And this is the first time I'm going just live on it as in just YouTube. So you can only imagine. Guys, share the video as many times as possible and share on your YouTube page and ask them to go to click on the link because I know it's a hassle. So people don't really, and you know when you have to send information like that, people really don't want to. Okay. Watching from Dashland. Hi, Solange Dipamba. Hey, thank you so much. I see you all watching. Sorry, the comments are coming in a little later than you're writing them. So just bear with me. Please join us live. So let me have your questions in the comments, okay? Please join us live. Hopefully they get it. Okay, so we have about 10 persons now. Okay, it's building up. Okay, this is encouraging. Okay, guys, yeah, I know. Just a couple of more minutes. Let me. I guess I have to log out of this and log in again. Okay, right. Hi, darling. Hi, B. Helen. You know, it's different. I don't see your pictures. I see just YouTube comment, but I see the names at least. Okay. But it's because it's a bit different from Facebook. With Facebook, oh my God, you just see everybody, you see their pictures, you see everything. I know it's a bit different, but guys, just bear with me. If you have a question, any question in relationship, okay, just drop it in the comments and I'm going to answer to it. Just drop your comments, your question in the comments. Okay, and I will definitely answer you accordingly. Okay, let me share it on my official page. Please join us live now. Okay, Tasha Tangwe, mommy, I don't really have a question. I'm searching for one of our own to settle down with. I don't know if you can help. Okay, hi, yes, for I can obviously help, like you know. So Delhi's Matchups, for those of you who are new here, so Delhi's Matchups is a platform, it's a relationship hub where authentic relationships are built. Okay, so that is where you come, you get matchups, you get counseling, you get exceptional cases. So I do the public and the private counseling. For those of you who don't want to put your stuff on the Facebook platform, or you don't want everybody to have an opinion of your private life, you get to meet privately. But that one, when you're doing private counseling, it's paid for. And then if you don't mind, if you want varied opinions and all of that, it's put on the platform Facebook, and every other person gets to give an opinion of it. Okay, so you can get varied opinions, not just mine. So for special request, it's called special request. The website is almost done. So you can go there and do your matchups like a dating website proper, get your profile set up and people can view. Okay, it could be private if you don't want to. And like I said, this is not a very conventional thing to, especially Cameroonians. So when we talk about dating platforms, it's a bit quote unquote, like that's where prostitutes go. But like I said, it's Delhi's Matchups is all to revolutionize everything, your mindset, or break all the stereotypes about dating and online. Because again, the world has become so much of a global village that we're all here. Okay, it's the internet or no way. Because if you're not on the internet right now, you're barely. I don't know how you're coping because everything somehow has gone digital. Okay, so that's it. I hope that, so that's it. With time, you realize, because there's, look at this lockdown. Everybody is, we're locked down. Everybody, especially in the Western world, you don't get to see people. You rarely socialize. It's just like that. So, you have to devise other strategies. Otherwise, most people will end up being single, not because they don't have people out there that they could partner with or they could hook up with, but just because they're not being seen, they're not being heard. So there's no how they're being chatted up like that. Okay. So that's why. So I brought this idea just so that I could, my own way, help out. Okay. With there's so many singles out there, I thought, what about creating a platform where we could mingle and jingle and matchups and hook up and or whatnot. So that's it. So when it's special request, you write it down, put all the criteria. I send a sample to you. Okay, you follow suit, the format, and then you write it down and I put it on the platform. But when it is when it's if you want to create your profile on the website when that time comes, it's all fine. If you want this, when I do the grand matchups, and when it's the grand matchups, singles just get in there, they write their profiles. Oh, I mean, I'm this, my level is this, my age is this, and somehow they get into each other's inbox like that. But preferably and ideally, for especially the mature ones who would not come on the platform and be doing, oh, I'm single, I'm searching sort of things, they get on in my box, and then we do a private matchups for them, which is a special request. I put it on the platform. It's anonymous. People don't know who you are, and then you get to me, okay? And then, I mean, those who are interested, they get to me, and then I match them up with you, okay? And then you can chat with them. You can chat with as many persons as possible. Some people put up their special request. Guess what? It ends at the level of just one person. Others are very complicated with their own, but that's what they want, and it ends at the level of no person. Some people get up to 10 persons. Some people get as many as possible. You chat up with all of them, and then as the days go by, you drop them, because at the end of the day, you can only get one person, and then you see how communication works, and that's it. You see, so that's it, guys. And so that's how it is, but it is very, very, very discreet. I have worked on this platform for as long as I've done this. And believe you me, there's not been any time somebody complains of their ID being put out there. If anybody knows that you came to me for matchups, then you actually put it out there. Or maybe you were hooked up with a large mouth, and of course I work with so much confidentiality clause that you're not supposed to put up anybody's information or whatever out there. So what happens in matchups stays in matchups. If you hook up with somebody for whatever reason it doesn't work out, you guys are adults. That's why I don't take matchups for people who are less than 25, for ladies less than 25. I don't encourage that. But if somebody comes and puts up a special request and says, you know what, I want you to match me up with telltale person, I want you to match me up with this and that, I want you to match me up with somebody from 20 years and above, I would definitely, if you come in, and then that's it. But to say that 20 years you're coming to put up special requests that you're looking for a partner, I don't promote that. I don't, unfortunately. So, but it's 25 and above, yeah, I do that, okay? So that's it. If you want that, okay, the numbers are always there, okay? I always put these numbers out there for private counseling and for special requests and for our merchandise, because we have t-shirts, we have hoodies, Receive Sense. The Receive Sense brand is under the Deli's brand. So it's the merchandise. You can buy your t-shirts, you can buy your mugs, you can buy your hoodies. There are other things that we're planning to add into the merch like that. So yeah. What's the name of www.delismatchups.org? So it's going to be available latest early next week. So don't worry, I'll announce it on the platform, and everyone of you can get on there and build your profile. We had it initially, but we had one or two glitches, issues, and then okay, it was brought down for proper adjustment. So guys, that's it. Okay, I saw a question from some other person, and Colette is watching from the Philippines. Hi Colette, welcome darling, welcome. I mean, we've had a couple of more persons. Okay, so when you come, share the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, just subscribe to this channel. Okay guys. Vera, hi, greetings everyone. Greetings, Vera is greeting everybody. There's Vera to see. Great job, girl. Thank you guys. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. Support me when I need help. I don't know how I can handle this. My heart is too soft for my family. Any advice? Thank you. Okay, let me read your question. Kim's Motivate. He's saying that my question, what can you do as a young lady struggling to succeed in life with no support from the family? But mama, I love my family so much that I will sacrifice my last saving for them. Okay, so hi Kim. That question is very, very important, and especially for every one of you listening to me. So I would use my own story to explain to you how it's been, okay, before I got to the level where I could do a lot of these things stress free. Because the most about life is to get to that level where even as much as you depend on people, they should not be indispensable. Like if people are not there, you're gonna die. We all cannot be an island, but hey, if you get to that, you always need people to succeed. But again, get to that level where it doesn't matter who is there at that point, you can hustle for yourself and do things. And I know that's where you want to be. So I grew up in this family, below average class family, and then I'd lost my parents. I always tell my stories to those of you who listen to me. I lost my parents at a very tender age. Matter of fact, I lost my father, I lost my mommy, I lost my mom first, and I lost my daddy. And my dad had a second wife because mom died when we were pretty young. So my dad had to take up a second wife just so that, of course, my father needed companionship and all of that. And then for Pete, another woman to take care of us because we were really young like that. So when my dad died when we were still young. Okay, so my mom died when I was in primary 3, then my dad died when I was in form 3. So form 3 I was still very young. And guess what, guys? My stepmom died as well when I was in opposite. And I'm this kind of hustler. I grew up knowing, because like I said initially, we come from a very below average class family. So we were, there were days when we did hand to mouth, we did hand downs, if you know what hand downs mean, you know. We come from I come from a very struggling family. So I realized that at that point in time, I had to take life into my own hands, like, because there's nobody out there. I don't come from a family, aunties, uncles, where they will come and say, oh, they're helping you out. I don't come from that sort of family. My aunties and uncles also had kids that were also struggling to make ends meet. There's no how I could have possibly gone to them to say, okay, start sponsoring me in school. I have a lot of things I went through, but I decided, because I had the desire to take care of my family, I got to a point where, I had to hustle. So when my friends were going to the university, guess what? I had to drop out of school. And guess the kind of job I was doing? I was doing a house help work, okay? Just so that I could help my sisters, I could help myself, I could feed myself. I was a hustler like that. So I did what are not babysitting they call, babysitting or nanny, whatever job I did. And then I was studying computing. You get what you see. So I'm saying all of these just so that you know. But growing up, I sold yam, carried yam on my head, banana, granite. All I said, there's nothing I've not sold in this life. Anything sellable, I did sell. Okay, that's how my parents, even as young as we were, that's the lessons and the impact they gave us. And thank God for the way my parents brought us up. Like, we can literally do everything. Whatever a man is doing, we can do as well. We didn't, it was hard. Life was hard for us. So I had the motivation and the zeal to succeed. Like, I will succeed. And one of the of I remember I used to tell myself, I will be a great woman. Not that I was telling everybody around me used to know that. My dreams were out of this world. Like the average, in my sphere, my friends and my like I said, in my entourage, they used to think I was overly ambitious. Used to think I want to tell you're too, people are talking about marriage and all of that. You're not interested in marriage. You keep talking about, and if my friend and sister Emanuela is watching me, and not the Emanuela though, and my other sister, she's in Canada, she would be laughing, because that's how she used to be like, you know what, I don't even understand you. I hustled my way through life like that. There were times, odd jobs, menial jobs, all sorts of jobs, determined to succeed. There are times when I sponsor. In fact, I'm trying to explain all of these things to you. Like I said, there are times when I will properly explain all I've been through, just to motivate, or a lot of you out there. You get to a point in life where you want to succeed so bad. It is inside of you, it's deep within you. You feel like you're wasting time. You feel like you feel like you're not having it. You feel like life is too hard. You want to make money. You want to sponsor your loved ones. You want to buy a car for your mother. You want to build a house for your siblings. You want to do all of these things. I had those things. I wanted the best life for them. But I got to a point where I realized that you cannot kill yourself trying to make life. So you would literally sniff life out of you. You would literally die trying too hard. Okay, if there's work, you would work, right? And if there isn't, you cannot. There's only how much you can do. Do the best you can and leave the rest for God. Because otherwise you will be forced to stretch your hands into places where you have no business putting your hands into. You will be forced to do things you have no business. Now, one thing you should understand is that most of these young ladies or youngsters, they come on here, they see me, they think that, oh, life was easy for me and I've made it, I made it. If I show you the process, sometimes you put yourself under enormous pressure because of the kind of families we come from. And of course, the African background, they think, oh, you have to, especially the firstborn, you have to go there and take care of your younger ones. They fail to understand that life is not as easy as we say it. And another thing is we comparing with others. I grew up in a setup where, in a neighborhood where, when my parents were dead, I had other friends whose parents were still alive. They could give them all of what they could give them. But my parents, bringing up the way they brought us up, taught us, even when my parents had some things to give us, they would tell us they would not give. My dad especially would make me miss classes sometimes just because he wanted to prove to me that if they ask for a textbook, you must not have it immediately. My dad was like that. So it was okay for me to stay to be comfortable in lack. It was so okay for me. Guys, share the video if you can, please, and please, you can. I don't know how to whether you can tag your friends. It was okay for me to stay without food and know that it is okay. So it's not this setup now where the children, one day you will die, oh, and this and that. So I grew up in lack. I grew up in poverty. I grew up in all of what I grew up in, knowing that it's okay. Because if you don't tell yourself that sad moments coming to you, hard times are okay, you would get into depression before long. You'll plunge into depression. If you do not tell yourself that, you know what, I'm not where I want to be, but it's okay. I don't have all I want to have, but it's okay. One day at a time. And like I always say, sometimes we are comparing our lives with people who are in chapter. Some of you are not my age mate. Some of you are more than you by 15, 20 years. Yeah. You come, you see me, for instance, you're starting a platform and you think, oh, Auntie Deli has gone to this level. Auntie Deli has all of these things. But one thing you forget is I am in a different chapter. You are still in another chapter. You will definitely get to it. When I was maybe your age, I was in maybe that chapter you are in, and there was that difficulty. But what I'm trying to say is that don't overpressure yourself. One day at a time, and especially trusting God, you're going to get there. It's that simple. You don't want to do things that people in chapter 70 are doing when you're still in chapter 12. You get the gist. Because at the end of the day, it is too much pressure that young stars are putting on themselves. That's why I always tell you people that don't compare your lives with others. You have a lane of your own. Even if this life is a race, you're still running on your lane. So let them to overtake you, and make your family understand that you are trying. Make them understand that you will give them the world if you have it. Because and you would, when you don't give, you don't have. It's okay. It's very okay. It's very okay to be in lack, to be in abject poverty. It's very okay to not have like others. It's very okay to have more. There's gonna come a time when you'll be like, wow, The 3 square meals you cannot afford, you'll be like, I don't even want to eat up to 3 times. Not because the food is not there, but because you don't even have the appetite to. You look back and you understand why. Because we understand that it's a process. It is a process. And if you don't tell yourself that, I'm telling you, why are so many youngsters getting into depression? Children of 13 years, 14, teenagers are getting into depression. When we grew up, we never used to have that. The only sad moments we used to have when they don't beat we, or they don't buy we Christmas clothes, or they don't say, we used to, our parents used to say sometimes, oh, you repeat Christmas clothes. We never used to have the luxury of Christmas and New Year clothes. I just need you to understand. But I grew up with so much confidence, and this confidence was what my father, especially, I always insist, my biological father, instilled in me, telling me that I am better. My father will whip me up if I take number 5. That's how bad it was, quote unquote. To tell you, he used to make me understand that the other kids don't have 5 horns. The other kids, they are like you guys study under the same roof. To him, there's no reason why people should do better, even with the condition. I said, I don't have textbooks. My father did not give that as an excuse. To him, what they taught in class was enough for me to succeed. And because he empowered me like that, guess what? I picked up with that spirit. This is why I always tell family members to understand that if you begin to put pressure, too much pressure on people, on your family members, on the firstborn, they are not there because they are desperate to succeed, and they don't want to show that they have failed. They plunge into depression, and before you know, they're having heart attack and all of that. Oh, send me this. For those of us who have traveled abroad, send me this one. Send me this. You don't know what people are doing to survive abroad. For those of you listening to me and you have family members abroad, maybe you're back home. It's not a bed of roses out here. 2 days ago, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Yesterday, I was woken up with a gruesome murder of 2. Is it 2 Cameroonians or 1? But 2 of them were lying in the pool of their own blood because of what? Pressure. It's too much pressure. You want impatience. Like I said, if you are not patient with yourself, you will feel like everybody is succeeding and you're failing. Because this is what this generation paints. You come on social media, you come on here, I'm glammed up like that. If I take off this makeup, you don't know how my face, I'm not going to be looking all this bright. Because everybody comes packaged. Everybody comes with their strengths. Everybody doesn't put up their weaknesses. And because of that, you look at social media and you forget to know that you are there competing with people's best moments. So you are in your depressed moment, yet you're comparing with Delhi's glammed up and packaged moment. It doesn't add up, does it? Why? Because you think that this is how Delhi is all the time. Now looking at another profile, you think that's how they are. No, we have made up, we have edited things, we have polished up. If we take pictures, we use filters. So you look at top-notch pictures, you look at picture perfect couples, picture perfect human beings. Oh, they have well-equipped offices. Oh no, you don't know what they have done to make you see that. So, but if they show you the behind the scenes, because what you're supposed to be doing, if any competition at all, should be comparing those moments with those behind the scenes. So, because if people show you the behind the scenes moment, if they show you, I don't want to flick this camera into my living room like that, you would see how my son has messed up the entire place. But no, I put this camera just how I want you to see and what I want you to see. So that's what you should have at the back of your mind. It is one day at a time. Stop comparing with people on social media. I say I am on my lane. Even with your job, even with your hustle, on your lane, you will grow. God will bless it and it's going to grow. It's too much pressure. And I've gotten to that place now where I can conveniently, I used to struggle. Sometimes I would sacrifice my own food for my family. I used to struggle. And then it got me a couple of times into places where I did not want to get there, doing things I didn't want to do just because I want to make ends meet. And I'd be like, no, hey, at the end of the day, you're going to go mad. You're going to run mad. Okay. I still remember when I got married, I called my siblings and I told them, because I sponsored my siblings, to a considerable extent. in school. So I told them, you know what, I'm married now, I have a family. And somehow in my entire family, for those ladies of marriable age, I was the last person to get married because I was too ambitious, wanting my family, all of them. I mean, with the exception of none. If anybody in my family, I'm talking about my maternal, my paternal cousins and aunties and all of, if anyone of my direct siblings had not gotten married, then they're not attained marriable age. All of them had gotten married. There were loads of women in my family, beautiful girls in my family, like that. All of them. I was like the last person to get married because I was my family. And then it dawned on me that then you have a life too. I'm just trying to let you know that if you don't get to that point where you have to be strong enough to support others, you will break, and that same family will still be without you. You get the gist? If you don't get to that point where, you know what, then you will break. You will break. That's what I used to tell myself. So I called my family and told them, at this point in time, don't expect much from me. If I give you anything, it's a plus. I've tried my best. I've sent you people to the schools I can send you to. I've paid school fees. I've given you allowances. At this point in time, now I have to deal with me, hobby, my own kids, plus the other people who rely out there on me. It's a lot of persons. And I can't continue. At least I've tried my best. And my family could attest that, no, mommy, take care of yourself now. And I said, yeah. But I am saying that I am at a point in life where I can conveniently send money to my family, take care of them, change whatever they want. If I want to do anything, if I don't want to do anything now, it's just me, strategizing and properly planning. Not that it will be too much for me to do, because I don't bite more than what I can chew. I count the cost before I venture into things. I'm in no competition with people. I come from a background where, if most of you come from that and having gone through what I've been through in life, most of you, the competition would have died. But my friends growing up would tell you that if not Delhi, no, for yatin. If you can get 1 minute, I don't mind sleeping on the floor. In the university, I remember if my classmates would listen, first 2 years in the university, I was perching from friend to friend because I wanted to go to school. After I'd done household work, I said, you know what, I need to have a degree. My friends had gone to school. Guess what now? I have 2 master's degree. Not tooting my horn because it's to the glory of God, but some of those friends who went to school had everything. Some of them never had degrees to date. I went to University of Yaoundé too, and guess what? When I got there, my friends were already in level 2 for those. Some of them were repeating because I'd spent 2 years at home. But guess what? I still came and I validated like that straight. Went and I did my matrics straight. Traveled, did another master straight. What am I saying? See here. Be on your lane. Be on your lane. And I've taken too much to explain this. And I just, because I know it will help a lot of you listening to me. Otherwise, depression, committing suicide, all of these things. If I tell you my story and the things I've been through, you will not believe. But I come out here and I don't look anything like what I've been through, because I've learned to work off your lane. I've learned to cut my coat according to my size and my material. If there's enough material, I cut according to my size. May it fit me. If there's no material, I must not wear a coat. Hello, I must not wear a coat. Because it is, oh, this person has built a house. I've not built a house yet. But I can build a house. And I'm taking my time. So I will build, and I'll build houses. Okay, so guys, don't stress yourself. Tell your family at this point, give me time. I'm gonna come. They know your heart, sweetheart. They do. They know your heart. Don't stress yourself. They know your heart. They know that you would give them the world. I used to tell my family, they know I will give them the world. I said, you people know what I've done. I gave you things that I could not give myself. I was sponsoring my brother in a boarding school. I never went to a boarding school. He went to a university, had a room of his own. I never had that luxury. I was perching. And I'm saying all of this because my friends are here. They always come on the platform. They can tell you. But one thing, school not be ever been an issue for me, and I had to pass exam, whether I like it or not. I had to pass exam. No,
I know before exam, I'll get to pass here. Singer, because that's my dad's name. Singer know the Facebook. For that one, I'll hustle and read and pass because I know how any man 25,000 to some people was nothing. Their parents could afford. Me, I afford for fair exam. I face I'll take money for side. So my own hustle was different. When people were going to the nightclub, in all honesty, ask my friends. I went level 1, level 2, level 3 in University of Yaoundé to SWA. I went to the nightclub once. Not because, don't get me wrong, thinking, okay, it was that bad, it was a bad place, or I meet nobody do bad. No, just because to me, I will prioritize my own self. I went once and I just for level 1 will just come university. They say, oh, they're doing slex, was it slex screens or whatever they used to call those names. And I said, just for the experience. And I'm never a club person, but that was not the case. I just prioritized myself and I chose my friends wisely. It's a lot of people who wanted to be friends with me. But when I look at their lifestyle and the way where they're coming from and the things they have, tell you can't compete with this. So just better, you cannot. This is a competition. You can't handle that competition. So my own friends, we get our own style. Okay, the ones who were book conscious, the ones who we could drink Gary, sleep, and they will not laugh at you. I chose my entourage wisely. And I'm proud of those days because it is too many of your friends who make you feel like God is not answering your prayers. Yeah. They don't tell you the sicknesses they've carried, picked up left, right, center. They don't tell you. And like I said, I've made 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 errors. And God took me out of these things. But most importantly, I never was in any competition. It was genuine errors that younger they grow up to the make errors, say, oh, you to the make no be say I did fight for one go be this, all of this, then I go and plunge myself into I would have died because there was every reason for me to have done all the vices ever out there. But you know what, like I said, keep steady, just keep steady. So I know I've taken a long time to answer your question. I had to do that just so that you understand that it's you are doing okay. Failure is part of success, in case you did not know, because it is most of my failed relationships that got me, quote unquote, being a teacher of what I'm doing now. And you people think I'm good at it. It is part of the process. It's part of the package. Okay? So don't let anybody deceive you, sweetheart. Don't. Okay? Don't let anybody. Have you shared the video, guys? Share. I like the fact that at least we could get up to 21 people watching. Yeah! YouTube. So every Wednesdays, okay? Well, let me just hope, because Wednesday, the coming Wednesday, I'll be with Roland Formunda. It will be streamed live on here, but I'll be on Facebook as well. So the next one, so that's it. After one Wednesday, I'm going to be here, okay, just taking questions like that. Because on Wednesday, the other Wednesdays when I'm not here taking questions, I'm with Roland Formunda. I'm still here though with him. So just so we get it right. So next Wednesday, he will be on board on business and entrepreneurship. Okay, guys, share the video. Come on, I need you to write me comments. I need to see comments now. When I put me comments now, if you guys enjoy, I had to take out that time to do a mod. That's really one of those very few times when I do motivational speaking like that, but about things of life, just so that you can benefit from it. Okay. Oh my God, Vera to see. I don't even know the particular Vera, but you're saying I've remained the same Deli you've known from 20 years back. That should be either my sister from the neighborhood or my classmate. I don't know which of the Vera, but I want to say thank you for saying that. It's encouraging. Okay, it's really encouraging. It is. Thank you for saying that. Okay. Mengot Sylvia, good evening, sweetheart. You're greeting everybody. Thank you. Welcome. Have you shared the video? I think YouTube has a different viewership. It has different persons on here. I see different names, so because I don't recognize the names like that. I have love for all. Hello, host. Hi, welcome. So share the video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. I saw another comment. Today is a question and answer session, just so you know. Okay, and like I said, we do it every Wednesday. So guys, drop your questions. It's really for relationship, but you can ask questions on every other sphere of life. If I will not be able to answer that, I will let you know. But if I can answer, I'll answer. But predominantly relationship, we are a relationship hub like that. Okay, I think I saw a question somewhere. Okay, Sonita and B says, how do you handle a question? Okay, let me project it on the comment on this on the screen so that everybody can read. How do you handle a situation in marriage where there are no children for 6 years and all fingers, humiliation and insults are all on the woman, and this makes her depressed and hypertensive? Sonita, darling, see here, especially with the African setup, when picking no day for marriage, now woman in fault. Stereotype, we have to break it. But unfortunately, it is what it is. We come from this background that you and I know that when it has to do with the children, it's the woman. So society doesn't even know that there's such a thing as low sperm count, there's such a thing as impotency, there's such a thing as an infertile man. They always put it on the woman. And because of this, we have bought into it, unfortunately. But I would tell you, as a sister, that if you are in a marriage and for some reason you think the problem is your husband, speak up. Speak to him, talk to his mom, talk to his dad. If the problem is him, because I think by now, because when they say children are not coming and they all is on you, your medical report should have either debunked that or proven them wrong or so, okay, or shown that it is not as bad as they think. What I'm trying to say is that it could be your fault. I don't know if you're asking that question for some other person but you, but I'm just saying whoever this is for should understand that it could be your fault as well as it could be the man's fault. And if it is the man's fault, don't sit quiet, because if you sit quiet, it is going to continuously, especially if the man is not supportive, because you will be in a marriage, usually the woman wants to cover up for the man. The woman is trying to, quote unquote, not disgrace the husband, to take all the blame, to take all of that, and then dying in depression. If the man is the problem is coming from the man, medically speaking, and you know that the doctors has put him on whatever, it is you and him now, okay? And I expect that kind of husband to be the best husband ever, to be the most understanding husband ever, because you, as well as a woman, did not bargain for that. You want to have kids too. And if it is his fault, then he had better been pampering you and encouraging you throughout this process, pending when God will, the heavens will smile on you. You get the gist. So I don't understand why you will sit, and all of that. What is your husband saying? Because another thing too, especially in our African setup, like I said, in-laws could be a very, very big problem in our marriages. And if you don't know where to draw the line with them, trust me, you would be so frustrated. And especially for a husband listening to me, if you are that kind of man who cannot distinguish between my wife, where the rights of my wife ends, and where hers begins and ends, and where my family begins and ends, then you're in for trouble. Because for the most part, the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, or the sisters-in-law and the daughter, are always at loggerheads, especially with such times. So you are the man to make people know that this is my wife here. We must go stay for our own houses then. You, my sister, you have no business telling my wife nonsense. God, you're not God that gives children. You should not put us in any position like that. Okay? You should not. And I'm going to answer something that came up on the platform now. Let me just answer this. It is the husband at this point, especially if the fault is the husband. And even if the fault is the wives, I think at this point in time, the husband is still has to be as patient as possible, to understand that, it's not my wife is not God that gives kids. I need to stand with her at this point in time. Another thing too is anxiety. Sometimes I've heard that from medical persons say that anxiety is one of those things that prevent women from having kids. You so want this kid so badly that you don't, you I don't know if it's your anxiety hormones or whatever, however they call that medically, prevents it. Whatever dynamics, however it works, I've heard that, and it's logical. Okay, it's a lot of things. Now, why aren't you having kids? Is it blocked? Is it blocked tubes? Is it fibroids? Is it that they're saying they're not seeing anything, and then maybe is it whatever the reason is? Can you focus on the medical part, also handling it spiritually, trusting God? But this question, most importantly, should be for private counseling. That way I get to ask you a lot of questions. You tell me, and that way I could talk to your husband or the person involved husband, and then they can take it from there. But otherwise, I need you, two things are involved: your strength, the doctor's report, and God's own. That's what settles it. It's not about whether people say, auntie said, uncle said, step, this person said that, this and that. The husband and the wife's faith in themselves, standing together as one, the doctor's report, and then your medical plan, whatever you're doing, and you're diligently doing that. And then your knees are on the ground to God in your closet. I know that it's going to happen. Okay. Now, I said another thing came up. It is different in a setup where, like I said today, let me just address that. For those of you who were on the platform today, I don't know if you got it. Now, this guy came to me today, and he's a royal, from a royal lineage, okay, royal family like that. So he said his exceptional case reads, let me read it so that all of us can get it. For those of you who maybe must have missed out on that, okay. Oh, bless me. Let me read it. Thank you, guys. Come on, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying the show. Yeah, we're up to 25. This is like a record-breaking figure for YouTube. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know we're getting there, okay? I just want to build this platform too, because this is our main platform. I'm just using Facebook for now, but we are going to build this because this is our TV channel, and we're doing productions, and a lot of things are going to be put here. So you want to be part of, okay? You want to be the first to know. Let me read what this guy came up with. Okay, so he said, okay, good morning, madam. Please, I come to you with a heavy heart. I'm 38 years of age, from a royal family with a good job out of the country. I got married to the woman of my dreams, and I have been a complete man since I got married to her. I lost my dad, which is a royal family, and I was surprised to hear that I am the successor. We have no child, and she has some complications, but being a real husband, I promise myself never to cheat or get another woman. But with this title, they want me to get another woman to give them another successor from me. Now, my problem is, should I turn down my father's wish because I don't want to hurt my wife, or what should I do? I need your advice. But above all, I'm not trading my wife for anything on this earth. Hide my ID, please. Okay? So guys, so he comes. You guys have gotten the gist already. So this is what happens. Now, in my counsel to him, I said, you know what? This is royal family. When we're talking about having to get married to more than one wife, I didn't sign polygamy. I'm not caught up for polygamy. But I am also not insensitive to the fact that it is a tradition and a cultural practice for a lot of persons. People from Muslim backgrounds, people from all sorts of cultures. It might not be imposed on you, but it depends on what you two as a couple agree to. Now, when it has to do with the people, I understand a lot of people were saying, oh, trust in God and all of that. But one thing, you see me with my understanding, and this is my opinion, and you can differ. God is not limited to just having kids. God is bigger. God cannot be put in a box to say, oh, all the times. There are times when you pray and he will not answer because he has a bigger plan for you. When I, let me put it me, go to God, I am conscious of the fact that it is not his will but my will. Now, I want things to be done to me. But many a times, you and I listening to me have gone to that place where you ask for things and ask for things, and it's not coming, and it's not coming. So God has answers to us. He can say yes. He can say yes, wait. He can say no, and it's all answers too. So if he says yes and he gives it to you, voila. If he says yes, but wait, you be patient. If he says no, and when he says no, it usually means no, my daughter, my son, I have something bigger for you. But most times we fail to understand this because when we go to God, we want what we want. And whatever is being told us, God is saying, we're not listening anymore. Polygamy, in my opinion, is a thing for some people. I cannot limit the God to my belief system. I cannot limit God. God is not Christian, quote unquote. Let me put it like that. God is not a Christian. God has made the rain to fall on even the unbelievers, the people who don't even know him. This is how I deal with God. Growing through up, for those of you who were present at the beginning, explaining how my life has been. Do you know how many times I cried and prayed for something and it didn't come? And now when I see that, I understand why God rejected it. Do you know? And I see the picture. Do you know the number of times I cried for something and God gave to people I thought did not even need it? And I felt like disappointed, like, God, you did not give me this thing, and God gave to me, and you gave to other people. This is what I need. These people don't even need it. You give it. Have you seen those houses where they have food to eat and enough to spare and some to throw in the bin? Then you've not even had food to eat in a day. And yet God was there. He was still God. Because it's a lot of you, you put God in a box. You tell yourself, God, if you be God, if I be a child of God, let these things happen. And it doesn't happen. God is still God. Unfortunately, he is still God. And this is what we fail to understand. I am a Christian, but I am conscious of culture and I'm conscious of traditions. This is not just about a man and a woman. It has to do with destinies of people. When God looks at Delhi, me talking, he's not just being into. That's why I say when people make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mistakes, oh, God should have just killed that person. God should have. When God is looking at Delhi, God is not very interested in all of these my errors I'm doing, or all of this my perfection style, or is all of this. He's not like that. I won't say those things that don't matter. God, most importantly, is interested in your purpose. And your purpose for somebody listening to me could be to reach out to other women who have been without kids for years upon years. And guess what? He has to take you through the process. He has to show you how it is for you to be able. That's why I told you, if you know the number of failed relationships, for those of you who don't know, I was engaged at some point to be married. 3 days to my wedding, the wedding was called up. Do you know what that means? Yes. Do you know that it is still part of the package God was preparing me for? I mean, I was engaged to some other person, not the husband I finally got married to. I want you people to begin to see God like he is bigger. God is bigger than just your agenda. He's bigger than just what you want, la, la, la. God is far bigger than just what you and your wife sit in the house and decide. You did not know that you had a destiny to rule a people. You did not know that. So based on the fact that you were clueless about all of that, you people made plans based on your agenda, what you people want. But God is saying, I have a bigger dream for you. When God called Jonah, Jonas gave all sorts of excuses. Oh, I know you, God, you are this merciful God. You will not destroy those people. And God is saying, it is not just about what you want. Jonah just wanted to evangelize in the comfort of his own entourage. He wanted to evangelize where he wanted to. If it is up to you and I, we would have the most perfect things out there because we want perfection. We want the most beautiful things, but God doesn't work like that, unfortunately. He doesn't. When God says that, Jonah, I am going to send you, I'm sending you to the people of Nineveh. And Jonah is looking at how bad those people are. Father, I don't want to go to these places. But God is saying it is not your will, but mine for you. And this is my purpose for you, Nineveh. It is not Tarshish, Jonah. It is Nineveh. So you have got to marry monogamy. You sign monogamy with this woman. And then God says, you know what? I have a calling for you. There is a people I need you to go and look after. You are so focused on, oh, I signed monogamy and my family. It is a people. It is bigger. This vision is far bigger. If we limit it, it's just like, oh, I'm talking about countries, destinies, a people, and you are talking about you, just your family, and that's it. Do you know that your wife not having kids could be tied to that purpose of yours? See, God is not man. If we begin to see God bigger than our needs, oh God, I've been hungry today, don't give me chop. God is saying, I am looking at a way of giving you an idea that you will develop a factory tomorrow. Because if I give it to you, you will not understand how to hustle for it. I want to show that I am God. I distinguish my name when I set my feet on a place. This is me. I am not just that. And so I was being honest to tell this guy, go to God and ask him his plan for you. But look at it. If it is culture and that is how it's supposed to be, you cannot fulfill the throne. You don't tell me that. You will not fulfill the throne because God is also part of culture and is also part of tradition. So the second wife coming could still be part of the plan. I know what I'm saying. It could still be part of the plan. Now, I have this auntie. I was growing up with her. She's, I don't know how to describe, you know, these aunties that they're not your aunties, but you guys are close like that, from the same village and all of that. So it was my auntie to my cousins. So you know how it is, auntie to my cousins. Like, and I say this to a lot, especially African Christians, because most often we take religion and we think we are spiritual, but we are using religion to crumble a lot of things. It's beautiful to be a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a proud Christian. But I'm also conscious that there's something as Caesar's and to God. And who made that statement? Jesus. He said, give to Caesar what is Caesar's and to God what is God. And who is Caesar? Caesar is authority. And as long as a culture and a tradition is not barbaric, it is not a problem. It is not. Now, let me say what I was saying about my auntie. So that my auntie now, she got married to the same thing. She got married to the husband, had 2 sons. So it's not even as if they did not have kids and they say, okay, had 2 sons. You know, in African setup, when you get married and you say, okay, the family is pressurizing you to take another woman, that's not the setup. This is a man he got married to in a royal family as well. This is not 2 people who signed monogamy and said, oh, it is about you. The man wants to take another wife. Then, of course, that's complete breach of trust. This is when you have no power over a lot of things, over the purpose that God is calling you for. This woman is not even a case of, oh, I did not have kids. This my auntie, guess what? She had 2 sons. It's not as if she had 2 daughters and they were imposing, oh, your husband has to. She had 2 sons, but guess what? The husband at some point was chosen as successor. The villagers, the kinsmen said, you know what? You have to take another wife. I'm telling you. Oh, now so we with emotions. What kind of nonsense is that? They cannot try that shit. They will not do that. That's why I said, before you even get married, know the kind of court, the lineage you're coming from. If you are marrying in a family where any royalty day for day, discuss polygamy and monogamy first. Discuss the options. And if you cannot stand polygamy, don't get into it. Because you don't know who successor will be, and then you don't know what you will face tomorrow. Yes, it is up to whoever to decide, oh, if I want to be some cultures, some villages, it is not debatable. Oh, it is not. It is not debatable. Let me focus on what I was saying. So now with that, oh, they cannot do that. That nonsense. You will not try that. I don't marry my master when I can't begin to talk. Say, they know they even ask our opinion. You see how we sit on social media and we're saying you choose, don't take it, forfeit the throne if you love your wife. And I'm like, you people are talking crap. You know what? The people, kingmakers, are not even interested. They're not on social media. They're waiting for you. Whenever you don't go for wherever you go, you come back and you rule the people. And if it means you will take a second wife, you'll take a second wife. I cannot come and challenge Caesar's authority there. I can only counsel you to go through the right path. And what I said to this guy, you know what? If you speak with your wife also knows these are unforeseen circumstances in marriage. It is not a situation where Ashidomi and my master who runs sign monogamy, you just say one go brings another one. That's a completely different thing. This is things that you did not. Okay, if you have an option, forfeit the throne. But you see that throne, and as long as culture you have to get more than one wife. Not be Delhi go can't tell you say, oh, you be Christian, you don't get to get married to two or more women, you get to deal with your wife and all of that. And not be me, I'll tell you that one. I don't want to get to a point where you'll be giving advices out of and not being, not being insensitive to cultures. In my own culture, it's different. But I'm yet to even see a chief where get a one wife. So it shows you that these things come as a package. If you want this, you don't eat your cake and have it. I said, go and speak with your wife. Your wife doesn't have kids. I don't know, for whatever reason, your wife doesn't have kids. Maybe it was for a time like this. God says, He says, I kept you for such a time like this. As a child of God, that's when you will use your child of God knowledge and wisdom to rule the people. Forfeiting the throne, you're going to run, you'll still come back with it. And when I got talking with him, he told me that if any other person ascends the throne, which is not him, the person is going to die. That's their tradition. Whether or how, it has its place. Caesar has its place. It's an authority. God needed, He has put authority for help way out. God will not appear and say, oh, do this and that, or give you bread to eat. It's true man and it's true authority. And the systems that these authorities have put in place. And like I said, you cannot run away from tradition, except it's barbaric. You should get the gist. So this is it for me. That's why I said when I'm counseling, I am conscious of the stakes. I'm conscious of the stakes. I'm conscious of what's happening. I want someone to pump me hearts, but when I pump me hearts inside the comments. Guys, pump me hearts in the comments. I don't know how you're going to do that, but you can, type me hearts in the comments. Thank you so much, Waters A. Thank you so much. I love your comment. It's encouraging. Thank you so much. God is not part of the tradition. Somebody is saying that God is not part of the tradition. That's why I said some of you put God in a box. You do that. You think God no different when our village is there. Except, like I said, except a culture or a tradition is barbaric. Except it is barbaric. So if you say God no different, that people they marry two wives, them they God no different, they pray God need the year. They need answer prayer for them. Now marry one wife them. I did not. That's why I did not choose polygamy. And before we got married, I told my husband, you know what? I'm not in for polygamy. If you want polygamy, like I said, we did our own certificate signing at home before we go for court, just so that we have our own terms and conditions for this marriage, yeah. But I am conscious of the fact that there is unforeseen circumstances, and these guys saw it. If you want to, now some people say, oh, you people should stay and trust God. Do you? And what if this man gets into there and then the second wife still doesn't have a child? It's a possibility. That's a what if. It's still a question to be answered. What if the wife ends up not have kids? Haven't we seen wives who prayed and never had kids? They ended up adopting. Somebody is saying that, oh, they should go and do surrogacy. What's the difference? In our African setup, surrogacy, why would you go to do surrogacy, another woman carrying a child for your husband? What's the difference with just having another wife? What's the difference? You really think that, sometimes we want to complicate these things. They are bigger than you and I. And one of it is kin making. One of it is kin making. I need us to understand that sometimes you don't even know the setup. Use the wisdom God has given you to rule the people. I asked him, he said it is a must. I mean, the charts are there. I said the screenshot that the people have said it's a must. So again, the platform is open for anybody to do your counseling. You can tell him whatever, but me, I need to be objective, considering what is at stake. Sorry, guys. Let me just send this. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. So keep sharing and sharing, okay? Let me see. Has he done a sperm donor? Kesha Molotu. I don't know. No, he said he has. He didn't say that. I mean, we didn't get into his own side because people were asking. So he said, I think his wife had an operation and then she could not conceive again from then. God is God. God could give the child even now, but God could still not give child. If you people are still working and still doing that kind of, oh, if I pray, God will answer. God is more interested in nation building. He's more interested in kingdoms. He's more interested in purpose. Trust me, if you and I were in the days of Jacob would never have been anybody to talk about with. God overlooked a lot of things he did. You know why? The kingdom. That is what he called him for. You know what? All this your petty mess, the way you work a mess around, we'll deal with it later. But you see that kingdom, you see that throne. I don't care wherever you are, you will ascend that throne. Even with the killing another man to take wife, God overlooked all of those things. Even though the punishment came after bed, it did not stop his destiny. It did not stop his purpose. So while others are busy looking at Uriah has been killed in the battlefield and David has taken over the wife and Bathsheba is there as this is a prostitute or this is whoever, God is looking at the big picture. So when I look at all of this on the platform saying, I just laugh. You guys have a lot to learn with God. God has taught me. If I'm one young lady that grew up in a lot. And when people who know my story tell you, you will be in awe. Your mouth will be open all through. Because you will not believe it's the same lady listening to you. And like I said, when I do my autobiography and all of that, you people will be shocked. Because it was only God. That God taught me. I have so many different ways I answer prayers. But at the end, all things will work together for good to them that love God and are called according to his purpose. So you see me, even when I make a mistake, I could be worried because the Spirit of God is inside of me. But I don't kill myself. Because I know God will still channel all of my errors, all of my mistakes, all of my sins. As long as I'm in purpose and loving God, and I'm focused on what he has called me to do, he takes care of my mess and all of that. I always tell you people, I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not. I'm far from being that. But he takes care of them. You know why? Because when he looks at me, he looks at what he has called Delhi to do. I need you people to have this mindset. Otherwise, so I don't know about the sperm donor analysis. Who is asking? Kesha Moloto. I don't know about the sperm donor analysis. I've never known how those things work. Trust me, I always just read them. I always just hear about surrogacy, sperm donors, and all of that. I always just read them. But I've never had a case like one-on-one, say that, oh, this is what I was doing, and all of that. You get the gist. So, yeah. I am but a mail that say you touched my heart. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. The purpose is very important. That is it. And I need you people to have this mindset. But those of you who put too much pressure on yourself, no, don't stress yourself too much. Purpose is of the essence. That's what matters to God. Okay, that is what matters to God. If God were this emotional like you and I, Joseph, he would have taken out Joseph from prison before the appointed time. Oh yes, he would have. he would have taken him out of prison before the appointed time. You would have felt like, oh, you would have given food to him. You would have said, oh, they accused him wrongly. They accused him falsely. They did that. But at the end of the day, you never hear of Pontiphil's wife again. You're only hearing about Joseph because it was inconsequential. I see all those small things. That's why even the people who stress you in life is purpose. Do you know if Judas had not betrayed Jesus, Judas wouldn't have, would not have received salvation today? Do you know that all things work together for good? Do you see it like that? So sometimes you people too pressure yourself. My friend don't betray me. So because of that, I'm not having any friends. Friends are evil. This and no, thank God for the people who messed you up. I'm telling you, because it's part of your purpose. Do you know the number of people who said no to me growing up? And now they come for me to even advertise their products on the platform. Do you know the number of people the number of doors that were shut at me? Do you know? And I'm not nowhere, not even think I'm heading to the top, and there's no stopping me because I don't learn, say, even those people, because it is sometimes it's even your enemies that really orchestrate your purpose properly. I'm telling you, because if it is up to some of you and I, we would just be so emotional about all of these things, and then boom, guess what? We'll just, like I said, yeah, you'll be so emotional that you go and take Joseph out of prison, where God still get a purpose for Joseph. They're taking Joseph out of prison, who would have interpreted a dream? If they are taking Joseph and not sold Joseph in Egypt, they would have gone. Israel would have died of hunger. God saw, when people were looking at Joseph's suffering, God saw the future of Egypt and Israel. God is saying, I'm orchestrating this thing. Forget about whether they don't lie about your name. Pontiphil's wife raped you. I was trying to rape you. I saw it. I was there. Joseph, forget that one. Those are peanuts. This is inconsequential. You interpreted a dream in the prison, and you were not, it was not heard in the papers. Forget it. That's not where I'm taking you to. You're getting to somewhere. You're going to palace. That's where I see you. Stop trying to be in a beer parlor. Stop trying to sit in a tiny shop, because I have a big empire for you. That's it. This is me. Stop running out chasing peanuts, man. You know. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get Vera. Vera is saying there is also surrogate. Okay, just to say surrogate, where the husband's sperm and the wife's eggs can be fertilized, and there is surrogate and then a surrogate can just carry the womb in case where the woman is unable, I guess it's unable, you wanted to write, unable to conceive naturally. That's why I'm asking you, in my opinion, when you get another person, a surrogate, you'll be going for surrogate. Let's say they do the surrogacy and then it comes out a girl child. Then now they're still looking for successor. You go and do another. What if it's coming? Because sometimes we're given all these options and we forget to know that it could still fail. People have tried all the implants. It still failed. If you can get to the level of doing all of that, what about some people don't see the stress? They just go through the second wife thingy. They would rather just go through the second wife thingy. So I'm saying, you see all this surrogacy side, you and I are talking because we are this exposed, we're this advanced. Those skin makers in the village no three they call and say surrogacy. They're not concerned. You even go bring that kind of picking, they'll sit there and say na bad picking. See, sometimes if we put all of the stakes, you understand that it's not what you and I think. It's far bigger than you and I sit here and try to analyze it. That's what I was trying to say. But like I said, a big matter. And I could be wrong on this completely wrong. But this is how I see it. That's why I gave it. And I was giving her counsel. Like, you know what? Him, the counsel, like, this is me. I can't tell you anything otherwise. Oh my God, Anian bought Imelda saying that I'm making you blush. Oh, we both blushing. They see my own blush here. Thank you. I mean, I'm happy that you guys encourage me this much, okay? So that Wednesdays we can come up here. It's good that we're even small, okay? We're not too many. when it becomes too big like that, complications. So we take one thing and we talk on. I'm happy for the encouragement that you people encourage me. Now, this is one other thing. You guys have seen how we've started. Maximum we've gotten up here is 25 persons watching. But trust me, there will be days when we'll get to 1,000. And I believe so. When I started Facebook, that's how I would sit sometimes. I will write a post. And I think I've made so much sense in this post. 2 people, 3 people, 10. If 50 people have liked the post, then that post, Steve Harvey will get to see that post. That's how quote unquote bad it was. I stayed true to the vision. Sometimes it's just people who are they just want to, the vision is too, So guys, that's it. Is there any other question? Any other question, guys? So that's it. Yes, tradition is tradition. For me, tradition is tradition. It is. Culture is culture. It has its place. It does. It has its place. Okay. Like I said, if it is not barbaric, to me, it's not a problem. It's not. It's not a problem. It's not barbaric. Not be all that in the way they go sacrifice on picking them, sacrifice human picking them, all that female genital mutilation and those things, and they go key amukala, it's a unborn person amukala albino, like what we locally call amukala albino, like that, and then they won't go key, and then we now we say okay because they're strange looking, they're different, or they don't have melanin like that, or so they have to be buried alive. Those are barbaric things. And if you're called as a child of God, it is for you to go and stop those kind of practices. Okay. So when they'll send us positions, that's why they say when a righteous man is in authority, the people rejoice. Why? Because righteous people are supposed to be in authority. But when evil is ruling, the people, they cast off restraint. Why? Because some other person who was not supposed to be there, doesn't understand the purpose, is doing the wrong thing. That is why you and I have to lead. If you are a righteous child of God, if you are a child of God, you have to. So you got to go and shine light in those places. Not for you to run. Oh, I know we're going for that kind of places there. Who should then lead? Who should lead? And so, okay, why are you people complaining that evil people are ruling and then on that? Yes, this is just a case where a child is needed, but in the case of the sex is different. I believe God. I don't understand when you say, okay, in the sex of the child is different. God is the ultimate for us all, for everything. But like I said, God doesn't come down to answer prayers anymore. God answers you and I through human beings, other human beings. He answers you and I through nature. He answers you and I through technology. He answers you and I through the systems that have been put in place, through authority. He answers you and I like that. Yeah, he does like that. Like I said, God don't do whatever they won't finish. The solution that we need is found in this world already. We just not discovered it. I know so. I'm telling you. Okay, how do you that's another question. How do you rekindle love again after being depressed and heartbroken? Because you asked the first question, okay, I said I would really need to talk to you privately because it's a lot of things I would need to ask you to let me know the series of events or the things that have happened to get you to that level. Because there's always a cause for depression. There's always a cause for there's time when affection dies in marriage or relationship, and there is a cause for it. And until you know the cause, can you tackle it appropriately? Because I could sit here and think, okay, the cause is something when the cause is another thing. And more like you're sick of typhoid and they're giving you a medication for malaria. Let me call another sickness that's not very close to typhoid, just something else. You get the gist. So I need to know because again, you can't just expose your everything on here. But with love, I think that love has to for it not to die. It's just like fire. Love is like fire. When you meet somebody, it's like fire. And you don't want it to quench, don't want to quench the fire, then you have to keep adding maybe petrol or adding kerosene or adding a firewood, and that it's going to keep up that like that. So if you don't do that, it's going to eventually quench. Now, what do you do when it has quenched? You have to light it up again. You light it up again. Oh yeah, Celine Dion answered that perfectly in her song. Okay. When the fire has no heat, you light it up again. So I think that sometimes you have to go back to the things you used to do. Okay. What brought in the fire in the first place? What did you do? You got firewood. Get me. I always, if you follow me along, you know that I break down things like this. So you get firewood, you put up kerosene, and you light the fire again. You get more wood, okay, and all of that. If the wood is not cut, it's not the fire is not it's not very bright because you have the fire, maybe if water touch the wood, because those are quenchers, you see, water could come on there and quenches it. You get a complete set of wood, and then you light it up again, and then it starts back, and then you make sure that you don't lose touch, otherwise it's going to go off. So what have I just explained? There were things you did to attract your spouse. There were things you did to keep your spouse, to make them love you. There were things he did, if you were a girl, there are things he did to attract you. There were things both of you did, okay, to keep the flame burning, to have butterflies and all of that. Remember, for fire to be there, you don't need, it's not just the wood, okay, you need other things. So sometimes you look at all the accessories of love, the different things that you had when to put together, to assemble together. What was the love language of both of you? What did you like? What did you used to do? Most often, this is what happens. We get into marriage or in a relationship. We stop doing the things we used to do to attract the people. When I just met her, oh, she was always glowing. She used to be this light of the party. She was this beautiful damsel. She used to like dancing. I admired dancing. We used to go out for weekends to have the, now you don't have all of those times. Your head is only buried in one thing. I must have a child. I must have a child. And because you forget to know that it is the different spices that will these different things that will light up, make the flame big. You think it is just one thing, which is a child. It's a like I said, it's a combination of different things put together that sparks up these things. Now the child is not coming, and you think that's it. You don't end. Marriage don't end now because speaking of account. No, no, it's a lot of things put together. Before 5 years down the line, most couples have forgotten how they met and how they used to be. It used to be beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, darling. Thank you. So how do you spark it up again? Go back to the things you used to do. Go back to it. Revisit your that's let me read a scripture to us. Let me read and you see, because like I said, I'm a Christian. So when I'm talking, it's inspired by the Holy Spirit, and it's a lot of scriptures that drop in my spirit. I don't always tell you people that, oh, but I'm inspired by this, the word of God. But I am that preacher who rarely uses scriptures. I'm not very good with scriptures, I must say, but I'm not the one who also quotes scriptures like that, but I know them in my spirit. So sometimes when I'm talking to you, a scripture will drop in me, and then I'll just use it just to garnish what I said. Okay, let me just read something to you. I guess I'll have to search it. Okay, now, and this is it. It says that. Oops. Look at, so Revelation chapter 2, verse 3. I'll read all through. Oh no, let me start from verse 2. Let me read it for Christians, okay? If you're not a Christian, just bear with me when I'm doing all of the Christian things here. So this is it. It says that I know your deeds, your hard work and perseverance. Somebody needed the scripture, so I guess let me give it. I know your hard work. I know your perseverance. I know that You cannot tolerate wicked people. That you have tested those who claim to be apostles but are not, and have found them false. Okay? It goes to verse 2. It says, you have persevered and have endured hardship for my name and have not grown weary. Yes, I hold this against you. You have forsaken the love you had first. Consider how far, and this is the most important thing I want you to hear. Consider how far you have fallen. Repent and do the things that you did at first. You get it? So he said you have forsaken it. You've lost your first love. But consider how far you have lost it and go back to the things you used to do at first. It comes back to what I was saying. See, it is nothing strange. There is no magic. Your love language is your love language. Whether you travel, go America, or you go to Canada, you go to whatever country, you go back to Cameroon. What moves you? What moves your spouse is what moves them. Yes, change happens, but along the way, like I said, I insist on the love language bit. It still remains the same. They might just have polished the different things they used to like. But if they like to be touched, they might just like you to change the different ways you touch them. Not that they've stopped loving touch. If your love language used to be words of affirmation, you might just say, you know what, change those lines, babe. But doesn't mean that you should stop doing it. So go back to the things you used to do. When you met this person, your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, what happened? What were you doing? Why were they happy? And especially, I'm talking about two people who are determined to make no mistakes, because sometimes these things were not meant to be. Somebody has gone their own way, and then you're still struggling and struggling and struggling. That would be, I would rather answer a question of how you come out of a relationship that is dead. But if this is a marriage, a union that has been blessed, and you people are facing times and there's just lack of affection, and you know that you need to rekindle the fire, you will have to revisit the things you used to do. Did you used to just put out lights and put candlelight and dance? You are not old to do that. Do it again. Pending when child will come, because this is what most of us do. We get into marriage, picking up come. Every other thing, God is trying to show you that, are you limiting me to God, to just a child? Is that all you see me? This is what God was telling Hannah. Hannah's husband was like, am I not more than 10 kids? Am I not more than them? I love you, even though I have another wife. Penina has given me all of these kids, but you know that I love you. But Hannah was like, you know what? Not only picking, not only picking. So I'm just trying to show you how we women could miss out on the things we have, and the things that we have, the other things that are beautiful, just because we want a particular thing. To get the gist right. So with you, I think if you want us to do private counseling, I could ask you a lot of questions and then we can take it from there. Okay. And I don't like counseling one person. I'll always like to counsel couples when it has to do with married people. When a single person, I can always counsel like that. If it's engaged people or couples, I like to counsel that too, because it's good to hear both sides and know exactly. Because one of the things could still be, the fault could still be coming from you. And when you come with it to me, you don't tell me what you are doing wrong. It is the other person who would now tell me. Because, for instance, you've complained about something here. If I talk to those other people, they'll also complain about things about you. So if I hear from both sides, I know where it's coming and I can draw the line and I know exactly what to tell you. So I'll just leave it at that. You can contact me privately. Let me see if I can drop that number. There's a number, it's on Facebook. It's private counseling. There's a customized message already. Okay. Oh, thank you. Man God Sylvia says that yes, the face setter. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, you guys stayed around. You guys stayed around. So this was just the first of its kind, okay, to come on YouTube and answer your questions. Like I said, every Wednesdays you will see me, but one of those Wednesdays will be for Roland Formundam and I to talk on business and entrepreneurship, just so that you people can learn on business. Roland is the best. I'm not because he's my friend or because of anything. I don't do favors like that. Roland is one of the most entrepreneurial youths I've come across, and when it comes to business and entrepreneur, I'm yet to see another youth that beats him in Cameroon, in all honesty. So that's one person to learn from. Now, God has blessed us with his talent, is all of that. So, for those of you who want to come and learn, come and learn. Who are interested in in getting to be your own boss, come and learn. Okay, I'm trying to see. Um, Seven Queen. Hey, Consti sister, I see you. Oh, you are on YouTube. I know, right? Guys, you guys should give me a thumbs up now. Give us a thumbs up on the video, and then you subscribe if you haven't, okay? Just so that we have. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video to your Facebook platforms and tell them. You can just caption it. You can just say, join us live now or something, so that people can comment the video. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Please do. Thank you so much. I appreciate the fact that you guys came together. I want to pin the number, okay? So private counseling number. Private counseling. Is there any other? Did I take every question? Okay, Mokom, event Mokom, I'm coming. Let me. I see your question. It's very crazy. Let me come. I saw that. Was it? When was it? I saw a video of that. It's and a collection of pictures like that. I wish I had it here because I'm this other phone. It's my this is my business phone. So I'm trying to. I don't have it there. I rarely use this one except when I'm going for counseling. So I will talk about it. Let me just write the number so that I don't miss out. I don't forget. I'll put the code so that you don't. 00447. Oops, no. 00447424834. Where's B. Emanuela? B. Emanuela is at work, so she could not make it under this video. I guess 43719 00447424834379. Okay, guys. Check now if you've seen it. No, you didn't take mine. Okay, so that's it, right? Okay, so I'll just put it on the screen just so that you guys will see, okay, so that you can see. So that's it. Okay, so let me take Yvette Mokom. Yvette Mokom is saying, Mommy Daddy, please, this is out of our African context. The photo of there's a photo of a black American lady who went down on her knees and proposed to a guy, and the lady is pregnant. What is your take on this? Yeah, I'm a typical African woman. I am, and I still believe in our very conservative way of doing things. I still believe in it. I like a touch of the Western world, okay, but I love Africa. I still like I said, I'm very conservative. That's the word I can use. Way of doing things. I still believe in a man running after a woman. I still believe in a man proposing to a woman, doing all of that, not the other way around. But I am still a firm believer of what works for you, do it. If it works for you and that's your life is a choice, do it. But be mindful of the repercussions, just so that you don't take what the man is supposed to do and then you do it, and then tomorrow the man is expecting, okay, you were the one who proposed, add money for bride price, let me go and pay. You were the one who proposed, okay, start doing the things a man has to do. If it gets to that level, hope you can handle that. But if you ask me, if you come for counseling and you say if your fiance is not proposing and your boyfriend is not proposing and you want to, I would discourage it. So what I would do is I would be like, they're like the same, like even not the boyfriend, even this thing of chatting up a man and all of that. I understand that we have feelings for the opposite gender and we want to do these things. We want them, especially when they're not speaking. You're with a boy, you expect me pop the question, now he's not popping. It could be frustrating. You're like, this is my colleague, I like him, a friend, we've been around, but he's not chatting me up. He's not saying anything about love. Should I go about it ahead and do it? I will tell you no. To me, you can strategically position yourself. This is your friend, right? It's somebody you've known. You know the kind of things he should like. You would do your best in the unusual way. But for open your mouth chatty, no. You can send signals, better send signals. You can look appealing in ways. You can show green light just so that he can, when they say green light, motor get to cross, you understand. But don't do it. Don't do his bit for him. Your own knife would be attractive. Your own knife would look appealing. That's your bit. Your own is to strategically position yourself in a place where he would see you properly. That's your own. But to go down on your knees to propose to a man, moi, that's why I said, I always tell people I'm old school. This is your new generation now. All man, they do to it, they do, and which to me doesn't work. Okay. So that's it for me. I think it's a no. It's a no. You belittle yourself doing that. You would turn the tables around. You will make the man start looking at you funny. Even his friends will look at you like you are desperate, because there's desperation around that thing. No matter how much you try to justify it, there's desperation around it, to me. And this is only my opinion. It could be different for you, but if you do it, it works for you. People have gone ahead and given the ring. The guys have taken them because they don't want to embarrass them in public, but they go behind closed doors and they're mad, and the relationship ends from there. People have taken the ring and they go ahead to get married. But whatever you do, know your setup. Be sure that you can live with the consequences of whatever decision you're making. Be sure you can stand to the stigma of the society regarding what you've done. Now your picture is circulating on social media. I'm not sure that's what you wanted. You could attempt to do that and the guy says no. Imagine the disappointment. So I'm just saying, count the cost. You guys know me already now when I'm talking about cost. Life is a choice, but be mindful of the repercussions. So to me, it's an emphatic no. It is. Okay, mommy, thank you. I know I'm the price, so am I. Exactly, you are. I watched Steve Harvey once, and Steve Harvey said he is something grieves him about this generation. Now, when did women stop becoming the price? And this price is quote unquote. That's why even when you don't put it quote unquote, that's why we still call it bride price when they come to pay, because there's a price. But a man will not price or attempt to price or value. We could use the value price. Value price will not work there because it's not your value. Whatever they're giving is just a token. So price is okay. So bride price, because if it's up to your value is what much more than silver and rubies and gold, like the Bible describes it. Who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is much more than that. So you see, your value is much more than that. So nobody can buy it. But what I'm saying is that you don't stop becoming the price. You don't, bless me, you don't stop. When did women become so, they lost touch of their femininity, that they don't value the fact that they're women. They don't see that being a woman is such a priceless joy. I don't know how to say this, but hey. So when I was talking about strategically positioned, this story came to mind. You guys know about the story of Ruth and Naomi now, and what happened with Boaz. When you look at it, what Ruth did, literally speaking, people would consider that as, I could be like, you wanted to go and prostitute and sell yourself. But when she went there, still chat that man up. He still go pursue his son every day, the man go see. You want to read about the story of Ruth and Naomi and Boaz and how it was. So to go, she was not the one who proposed to the man. She was not. She was not the one. It was the mother-in-law who coached her like that. This is how you would attract him. This is how you make him notice you. She worked where the man would see her. She slept where the man, beside the man, where the man would see her. She did not come and say, please marry me. But she positioned strategically. See, that's the thing. And this works especially for mature singles. When you have gotten you don't come of age, you'll be grandson. There are some things you will not do the very conventional way. Okay. You would See, you would step up your game, but not be saying you go for go chat, because if you just deny, it could be embarrassing for you. But some of people get it either dry the time with the life, they don't care about the embarrassment. But I'm just saying, this is me being a very conservative person with some things though. So and the rest of that story is history. So what I'm trying to say is that there are ways to go about these things than just boom. You pop the question like really? No, me. Okay. How do you I think it's man God asking, how do you get to manage work depression and you feel like you are not working towards purpose and yet you still have the fear of joblessness? Okay, I think if I understood your question, you're asking if how do you manage job, like okay, you have a job but you're not in purpose. You think you're not in purpose, you don't want to be jobless, because that's always the trick. I remember this was what Roland Formula was explaining. I hope I understood you. And so you're trying to get a job and still be in purpose, but now you're thinking if you're in purpose, you would likely lose your job because you need to focus on purpose and all of that. See, I am in my book. I'm writing. There's a portion of purpose I'm talking about. First of all, with purpose, God has naturally endowed you with some things that is your purpose. Purpose, you need a job sometimes to sustain your purpose, because sometimes you will need the money. But purpose would entail sacrifice to along the way. If you realize that at this point in time, quitting your job would stress you a lot, you might want to strategize. I insist, keyword strategize before. So you could decide, you say, you know what, maybe my purpose is to reach out to, for instance, underprivileged children, go into suburbs and giving them food and all of that. You're not going to be begging to give people food. You are going to be sponsoring that. That is your mission. There should be a source of income where that is coming from. Because this is the mistake. Some people, your job is as well, is God gave you the job so that you can sustain your purpose. Some people's purposes generate income so they would manage it alongside. But some people have a job and then their purpose is suffering. Some people are doing their job and their purpose alongside. Some people are not, they are in purpose and struggling, whereas they need to get a side hustle. Let me use the case of those in entertainment, and I always make comments about it. When you get into entertainment, especially in Cameroon, let me look at how long I've spoken. When you get into entertainment, especially in Cameroon, it could be very tricky. Okay. I know I'm always talking about relationships. I've never talked about purpose. I talked about purpose a long time ago, but purpose, like I was talking about self-love, discovering your purpose is of the essence. It's the main, is why you're on earth. So you have to discover it. You have to. My mentor has a famous quote, Jesse Song. He says that if purpose begins, life begins when purpose is discovered, and it ends when purpose is accomplished. That's his favorite. He has a lot of quotes, but that's his favorite quote that I like. Jesse Song Plaza. So if you check on there, you will see his things, and that's where I get a lot of my inspirations. It's jam packed, man. You want to check? He has a Facebook page, Jesse Song Plaza, YouTube channel, or you check on Royal City Mission International Facebook. That's where he preaches every Sunday. So you will learn a lot. There's a lot of things I don't say because I'm really very limited. Predominantly my talks are always on relationship, but I talk on all of these things. But he is. I don't know, when I say I meet up person with you, where I say person gets sense. People have sense. My mentor have sense. Okay, so what was I even saying? I was talking about the entertainment industry in Cameroon. A lot of you who get into the industry think it's bread and butter. So you get into it, you forfeit every other thing, and then you're running to think, when I don't sing one song, I go hammer. If I collabo with Jovi, if I collabo with Stanley, if I collabo with who are these shining stars. If I pass it, I'm missing out on the female. Oh, with Daphne, with Askia, all the A-list artists in Cameroon like that, I would, and then you get into it, unknown to you, these people, it's the glitz and the glam that is making everything bright. They have other side hustles, okay? They have their secondary source of income, whatever. whatever. And I don't know their secondary sources of income. They never ever can put and say, oh, this is my job. I am a secondary school teacher, and then my major purpose is in showbiz and all of that. I've never seen that. But they have their other sources of income. They don't show you that. You don't know what they do to get all of the glam you see on social media. You don't know. You as an upcomer, you think it's rosy, and then you get into it. Guess what? You start becoming depressed. You don't live to where it will help yourself. In entertainment, try as much as possible to see if you have not secured enough money to handle your purpose, strategize before you completely leave a job that is footing your bills and paying your bills. That's what I did even on this platform. Now I can run this platform without handling any other job because I get money from this platform, from the daily matchups. I can pay my bills from daily matchups. Yeah. Though I have other things, I have businesses I do, but from here I can pay my bills. But it never used to be like that. Okay, it never used to be like that. There were times I used to do counseling. I never used to charge for counseling. I used to do matchups. I never used to charge. But I got to a point where, you know what, at least now I need to I need to start charging. I give counsel like this, I give free, I talk free. But if you want extra, you come for private counseling, then I charge for it. And it takes a long time to get to this level, or to a higher level. You get it, so that you don't see people and say, oh, I want to start with my own. Boom, you've left your job that was sustaining you, sustaining your platform, sustaining your family, sustaining everything, and then you become miserable thinking, okay, it was just going to be, you get the gist, right? So that's it. Don't make that mistake of leaving the job, even if it's depressing. Strategize. Say, I'll take 1 year, work money, save. Do your business plan, do a plan for your purpose, draft your purpose, define your purpose clearly. Okay, know what will cost you maybe in a month, in a week, what you'll be needing. Okay, and remember, it's going to be sacrificed at some point in time as well. And always be open to going back to a job if your purpose is not given. Because see, it is not I must do it now. Before, when I started with my foundation, ask people like my sister Constance here. She will tell you, I've come a long way with my foundation. But now, and those days, I never used to have all the people I wanted. Now I have done the groundwork. It's taken me a long time. Guess what? Now I have sponsors for the foundation. Those days I used to struggle with my own money. They were all chopped. They were all figured out. So the foundation was just limping. But now different people. We have investors. We have people who have come. We have donors. We have sponsors. We have people who have come on board. And they will now, if I have any project, they are the ones sponsoring it. Even sometimes you and I are sponsoring. Why? Because you have bought into the vision. You have realized that I've been consistent for a while. And you can do it. But it did not start like this. And if I just woken up and said, okay, I have to just start doing things, oh, then where's the money to sponsor it? You get the gist, right? So this is it. I need you to be careful, because it's a lot of people getting into things nowadays and regretting to leave good jobs, and then they bang the door. Oh, I'm starting my purpose, because in your mind, God has called you to be the president, and you don't know that sometimes your own president get to first start now for level for chief for village before he started promote you to go ahead. You don't know that. You just want to go and become the president like that, So I hope that I answered your question. If not, then you might want to restructure and rephrase the question and drop it in the comments again. But otherwise, is there any other question? Consti, no question from you? But that. Thank you. What's that I'm looking? Oh, this is my baby girl. You've always see, these are people who were there from day. Ask them. Now their pictures that we used to do for startup daily matches. I'll put their it was crazy. And then this guy will come in box. Oh, I like that girl. She's some bouncer. I will connect with that girl. So I don't. I said, now which one? That one for the in a bouncer. Connect me. Oh, that should be last. Do how that guy will be connect you. It's been a long time coming, guys. But so these are people who can tell you how far we've come. Okay. But then you can tell them, right? So yeah, we are getting there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Have you all subscribed? I hope those of you here have subscribed. Okay, I hope so. I hope that you've shared on your platforms just so that we will get so many other people next time. It was a great session. Did you enjoy yourself? Let me know in the comments, guys. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you? Did you enjoy yourself? Let me know. Let me know. If there's any question, let me know, okay? If you have any question, let me know. If you have any question, let me know. So, while you're letting me know in the comments if you enjoyed the show, also, please, this is it. So I'm a brand ambassador. I'm an influencer. I'm all of these things. The titles are just too many sometimes. If I can summarize all of what I can summarize, I would say that I am um, a media executive. My mentor is watching, he will be laughing at this. So it has to do with influencing, it has to do with marketing, it has to do with all of social media, all the pages putting out there, it has to do with promos, it has to do with adverts, it has to do with content creation, all of these things. If you want to advertise and promote your work, and especially if your brand is big like that, we are here to do it for you. Okay, so because I come live 3 times in a week, we do that. So I would do an invoice for you on a package you can pay for, but it's very affordable. So don't be alarmed, or don't be scared. Okay, I have very affordable rates, okay, for that. If you cannot afford for paid promos and all of that on the platform, there is a platform that I created which is free. It is Daily's Jobs, Adverts and Promos. It's free and it's massive. It has about 13,000 people on there. That's a huge market. You want to go there and do your stuff free of charge. I'm not the one managing that page. B. Emanuela does it. So you send your promos in there, send your ads, your adverts in there. It's gonna go there. People are selling on that platform, okay? But just be sure you want to verify over and over, because there are scammers everywhere. Even on this platform, there's still scammers, just so that we know. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a very interesting question from Seven Queen. I want to answer this question, but it seems as it's going to be a bit controversial. So I need to be sure of my words before I put it out there. So I'll answer the question. Let me Oh, okay. Vera. Vera is saying that. Let me take Vera's question first. Oh, wait, let me just finish what I was saying. So the advert, so you come, you pay for it, and I put it up. I give a package, so you could either do a video. If you notice, I'll play the video. If you notice at the beginning of the video, we do all the adverts will come up, publicity will come up. I did not even put it along and midway, but those things will come up. Okay, you watch them. For instance, I'm with Moneyfx at the moment. I'm with the Guardian Post. I'm with Escape by Eddie Delight. I am with ICT University. I'm brand ambassador for ICT University. I'm brand ambassador for Escape by Eddie Delight. Okay, I am also brand ambassador for Winchester Academy. It's a new one. It's an e-learning platform. Most of these things I'll talk about, they have the e-learning, the e-sites. So e-learning platform for secondary school students. Hey, hello guys. So you can get an entire syllabus from theory to OPSIT. Get all the GCE past questions, all of it. You have study materials online, and then you can purchase the subjects like that. You can learn from home. Especially this site was, I would bring the guy up here. The guy can talk about it. And this site was brought just so that we can take advantage, especially for these times when schools were not going, all of that. Especially for those in the Northwest and the Southwest region, you can self-educate yourself. It is very beautiful, very affordable. It's a beautiful website. I'm going to be talking about all of these things, okay, in details. He's going to, when he comes on here, he's going to give you an interview, because I'll obviously grant interview. I am with Moneyfx. So it's a money transfer agency. You can see, you always see the logo at the top of the screen. Money transfer agency that does quick, fast, easy, and cheap transfer services to Cameroon. So for those of you in the UK, if you're watching me from the UK, just download the app. If you're in Europe as well, you can only send money to maybe Nigeria, Ghana, like that. But for now, for those of you in the UK, you can send money direct to Cameroon. And the beautiful part of it is you don't have to stress, oh, go there, fill forms, stand in queues, take all of that. Trash that. Okay, it gets directly into the mobile money account of your benefactor. So it's that simple, straightforward. Okay. So we also have FK Global Educational Ventures. I work with them. So it's an agency for those who want to travel out. Travel to the UK and study. You can travel to America, travel to other parts of Europe, but most importantly, we have universities in the UK. So we get students to yes, university to come study in the UK. So if you want to travel abroad as a student, where you come with us through us, FK Global Educational Ventures. At the end of this video, when I say bye-bye to you, I'll put all the publicity. So you would see all the details will be there. Okay. And then we have Pedi's property. This is real estate. You want to buy land, you want to be taught how to start from scratch, you can even save and amass money to get your land, property, where to buy it, what site, and all of that. It's there. Okay. And then we have, I hope I've not missed out on any. Let me just see if I've put everything together. Okay. This pharmaceutical site. So it is for those of you abroad. It's one of the best investment inventions that we've Cameroonians have made. See, guys, take advantage of these things. Can you imagine? So this site, if you get on there, I'll play all of these adverts. I always play them. So if you get on there, guess what? You can buy. So if you for those of us here who have people back there, our moms, our dads are sick, old ones, you don't have to be sending money. You just need to get on the site. You buy from a pharmacy and give them the code. They take it to whichever pharmacy and take their drugs. How about that? How beautiful can it get? How easy can life get? So what you do, you pay for everything, and you can use your PayPal account. You can use your bank card to purchase on the website. And then guess what? Bam. All you need to do is just give the code to the person. The person goes, check on the site. Okay, this has been paid for. They just hand your medication. You don't need to stress. They don't need to tell you whatever. So you buy the right medication. Okay, you buy the right medication. And that's it. It's so straightforward. So we are going to get into all of those things. So let me come back to the question. So he said, sees my question, I say, how about people who lose themselves in marriage thinking it's their purpose? See, marriage, okay, life purpose is different for every person. Okay, for if somebody is saying that purpose, marriage, their marriage is purpose, if they are sure their marriage is their purpose, then fine. God might have just called some people to just be, you know what, you don't need to be these other women who go out there. Could just be a housewife, taking care of your wife, your husband, supporting his vision, making sure everything is fine, and all of that. It could be fine with them. Now, when you say somebody has lost themselves in it, is it that they are struggling? Is it that they had a purpose before they got married and then they can't fulfill that purpose? Why aren't they fulfilling the purpose? Is it the man who is restricting them, or they have now chosen other things over? You understand? So because these things are tricky. When somebody says they've lost themselves in marriage, is it that you are not happy? You're not doing what you want to do? Because like I said, it's different for every person. Your purpose is unique to you, and what God has called you to do, he will equip you for that thing. And if he has called you to do whatever he has called you to do, he will show it to you clearly, especially when you ask him. Okay, so when you get into marriage, maybe some people who have discovered their purpose, they used to do things, and then they get into marriage, boom, they leave everything, forget about what God said they should do, forget about even their own purpose in the marriage, because there's purpose out there. There could be purpose. There's a purpose why you're in a man's life. You understand? So it's a bit tricky. I need to know when you say somebody has lost, if you can add more words. So when they lost themselves, how? who lose themselves in marriage thinking is their purpose. Because you will be shocked to know what God has asked people to do. Okay. Except that this is expressly coming from you, that you lost yourself before you can be certain that you really lost yourself. Some people truly have other things that people had expectations for people and then thinking, okay, they must be going through this part for it to show that they've not lost themselves in marriage. Whereas God really wanted them to have something different, and they might be doing these things, and because you don't live with them or you're not in that union, you don't know what's happening. Okay, so that's why I said explain the question a bit more. If you can type it more, then I'll understand. Because I don't understand when you say they lose themselves in marriage, as in they don't function the way they used to function again, or how. So this question is said, when it comes to the private counseling, how does it go? Like how much self? Then hope testing the, as in, you know, when you want buy granite, the free one you take from the tree before. No, Mbube, Ben Marie, I don't know, that should be a man talking, right? Or is it a woman? No, we don't do that testing here. Like I said, my platform is different from other platforms. I don't encourage premarital sex, just so we know that. I don't. If you meet somebody on the platform and match up, it is your, I accept you're not, okay, it's your same private counseling. Okay, I reason but special request. But let me just say this anyways. I don't encourage premarital sex. If you meet somebody on the platform, I always say go and be having sex at your own risk. I don't encourage it. I don't promote it. So, but I know that there's only how much I can restrict people. People who are adults. But I just make a disclaimer to know that this platform is not for people to come and be not saying. You know, I know they me for that one. So if that's what you want to be doing. And then for you, if you're talking about private counseling, to say, oh, testing, this is the testing. If you listen to me and you think what I'm saying is good, then that automatically translates to the granite the way don't pick on top tree. So if you want more of the granite now, you come, then we come for private counseling and I'll give you a tie a granite fine for paper. You get the gist, right? So I don't know. Consti, sweetheart, if you rephrase your question, let me know properly what you were asking. But if you're talking about losing self, you're not supposed to lose yourself in marriage, but you also want to know why people lose themselves in marriage. It could be, we could sit and look at people and assume and thinking, okay, you know, because they're not doing what we want them to do, they've lost themselves and all of that. Or we could truly know that it could be true they've lost themselves. Okay. So I need to now, it will be not soup. My sister, not really soup. Not soup with the self here, with the tested soup here. Okay, so you could really think that people have lost themselves, and they might have lost themselves, in all honesty. But because they are not the ones who are listening to the counseling, they will not be able to answer a lot of things that I would need them to answer. And of course, because you're asking the question for some other person, you might not give me the details, except maybe the person is you, then okay, I know I will ask you questions one-on-one and you tell me. But when you get married, these are the first things you have to know before you get married. I made a video and I spoke extensively. Before you get married, make sure, oops, we've crossed. I'm going to round up now with this question. Before you get married, you must have discovered your purpose. When you discover your purpose even directs you, it shortlists your suitors, the kind of person you want to marry. That's why in my book, I'm saying that's the first thing you should know about yourself, to discover your purpose. When you discover your purpose, I say even the kind of husband you want to marry, it will just help you shortlist. You see all these girls who sit, they don't know the kind of man. There's a bushwaller who has come. There's another man from this side. This person is asking. This man is short and is tall. I just know that these are people who are not in purpose, because your purpose will determine your partner. The partners that God sent your way, because it is the kind of purpose and your value systems that will make you attractive to that person, or will make the person attractive to you, because you're looking at them and seeing them in your purpose. You're seeing the position they will occupy. When a man is coming to you, let me take it the other way. The man is not just coming because you're beautiful. When the man has been attracted by your beauty and all of that, the man starts looking at, can this girl manage my empire? This vision that God has given to me, Can this girl manage it? That's why you see a man likes you, takes you out for dinner 1 or 2 times, just your conversation. The man just don't say no. You just see, you don't know what's happening. Not that you were smelling, but just your thought pattern, just your mindset tells him that you will not cope with this vision. He knows and that would be for a man. Okay, if they had a purpose and they stopped. But again, I need to talk to that kind of person. But I'll come back to that. But we've taken too much time. So I'm saying that discover your purpose, guys. I will just round up, okay? I know that there's a lot we could be talking about, but just discover your purpose. Make sure that your purpose is discovered and clearly and expressly defined. When you know that you know the person you want as a husband or a spouse, it's easier for you. Having known yourself, know your purpose, who you entertain, it will be easy for you to select. Okay. Okay. I see. So yeah, no, that's why I was saying that I needed to know whether it was truly what they're doing or people just assuming that, oh, they've lost themselves. But I get it. It's a lot of women. It's a lot. But again, it goes back to your choice. See, trust me. Sometimes it's the man you got married to who has messed up your purpose. Sometimes it is the woman who is looking for other things instead of focusing on the purpose they've given. That's why I said it varies. It differs with women and wives like that. Sometimes it's a whole lot of reasons why they messed up themselves. Sometimes they just encountered hardship in their marriages. Sometimes it is not of any fault of theirs. Shit happened. Sometimes it is just them who have decided to be focused on other things and forgetting what God called them to do. Sometimes it's truly the man they got married to. So until I know what the problem is coming from, where the challenge is coming from, can I properly counsel? You get the gist, right? So that's it. Thank you so much, Waters. Most women merge their lives with their partners to the point where they have no life to go back when and if the relationship ends. Exactly. It's true. So that's why I say you lose yourself. When you lose yourself in marriage, it is, you don't, and when you lose yourself, one thing most women fail to understand, when you lose yourself because you're chasing the man, you lose the man as well. Because if the man was attracted to you because of your purpose and the things you were doing and how industrious you were, and then you become a baby, you lost yourself, you're not doing anything again, it's a matter of time and the man will lose interest. Because you're no longer the kind of woman. And then that kind of woman now will become so desperate, wanting the man at every second. I don't lost myself. You see these women who drop out of school to get married. I drop out of school. I disobey my parents to do this. This is how their thought pattern would be. Because to them, they thought the man would be around them. You see, men, I don't care how much a man loves you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. He don't rasazi. At that time, it is inside. They call that word for French, English, and anything. Then most of them are in there for commitment. Now, commitment, they still keep them. If not, the nature of a man and the instincts of a man and how a man is wired, trust me, his human tendencies, most especially, he go to work out from one woman to the other after he don't take for this side, take for this side, take for this side. Now, commitment and discipline, they make and they stay. They're not like us who can stay with a man and nurture his vision and all of that. When we love, we don't love. Man picking, even when they don't love, they still get that instincts, not discipline, okay, and they keep them, they really keep them like that. So if you're thinking you would go into marriage and then it's all about the man, my husband, the man will be bored. He will be bored. That's why I'm saying, Consti, I get it. So what made you lose it? That's why I gave the different reasons. Say, hope you know what made you lose, that the person lost their purpose. So because you cannot, like I said, you must know what is happening before you can tackle that. There's a lot of different reasons, okay? Don't worry, we'll tackle this on the next Wednesday if I did not get your question properly, if I did not explain it properly. But no woman should lose themselves, because you lose yourself. When you lose yourself, you become so unattractive. Do you know why you people come on the platform and watch me and follow me and support what? It is because of my purpose, not because what I find rich. If you're looking for fine faces, then go for different sides. You see far prettier faces, well carved nose, eyes, lips. In fact, cheekbones. You will see all kind of. In fact, the place the way they ever cranky for woman, the way in society, new style for beauty. Every beauty in the world, beauty in the highest standard of what beauty. You get what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying is, if that is. If that's it, but it's my purpose that is bringing you people here. And if I stop purpose, guess what? You people will not be following me about. Because my purpose is not to come and advertise beauty. I know if you can make beauty things, you will go to a much more beautiful person. You understand now? That's where you go and follow. So you go to Kim Kardashian then. You go see Kim Kardashian then, because that's what they come, that's what they are doing. They'll show their skin, make all that, they sell their products then. Whatever, they influence like that. Mine is for relationships and purpose. So that's why you are coming here. That's the same thing that happens to women in marriage. When they get married, some women rather, they get married, they forget why they went into marriage. They forget why God made them in the first place. They forget who they are, and they lose themselves, and then they become so unattractive to the man even. And they lose themselves in the process of wanting to please the man. Unknown to you, you're trying so hard not to lose the man, but you've lost yourself in the process. And trust me, the man no wants a woman. Men don't, they will find another one. When you lose your beauty, you lose your beauty. Guys, put me hearts now. Show me love, show me love, show me love, show me love. Show me love in the comments. Okay, thank you guys for staying tuned. Oh my God, I'm happy that we did YouTube today. I'm happy. We build this channel one day at a time, and I'm certain we're gonna get the numbers that we will get. Okay, thank you so much. From my heart to yours, I love you all. Those of you who were there, thanks for participating. Oh, that was Wale Muna. Ah, I see. What does A? I see. Okay. I did not know. So that's why I said with YouTube it has a different set of names, and I'm confused. I don't recognize them. Well, Imuna, hi. How are you, Papa? How are you? Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Thank you so much, Anyambot, Imelda. Thank you. Thanks for the heart. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much. Wally Mona, thank you. Let me see those of you who are left. You guys should put me heart in the comments now. Yeah. 7 Queen, okay. Wise. But today, man got severe. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All of you, thank you, Vera. I see you all, everyone who participated. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I don't take this data that you come and put here for granted. I don't. Okay, I don't. All of you, I'm just projecting your comments. All of you, all of you, all of you. I love you so, so much. Thank you so much from my heart. Thank you all. I hope I didn't miss out on anybody. Hope I did not miss out. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. From my heart to yours. Hey, I'll see you again another time. Okay, same platform. Bye bye. I love you all. Bye.
Bonne nouvelle pour les Camerounais vivant à l'étranger et prenant soin de leurs proches au pays. Vous pouvez désormais acheter des médicaments à partir de l'application Your Farm et les faire récupérer dans une pharmacie locale. Voici comment cela fonctionne. Parcours de l'acheteur. 1. Vous recherchez le médicament en tapant le nom. 2. Ensuite, vous sélectionnez une pharmacie dans une ville où vit votre proche. 3. Vous effectuez l'achat en utilisant PayPal ou une carte de crédit débit. 4. Vous envoyez le code de confirmation unique au destinataire. Parcours de bénéficiaire. Le bénéficiaire présente un code de confirmation à la pharmacie et récupère le médicament. Téléchargez l'application Your Farm dès maintenant.
Hello, My name is Madison Gafison.
And I'm Claudia Gafison.
And we are the founders of Lead Missions International. We are so excited to announce to you our 2021 suite of conferences.
We all know how the last 12 months have been, but we believe that this is the time to arise and take the lead in our lives, families, communities, and the nations.
That is why we are inviting you to our Men Lead Conference holding July 21st and 22nd in Mission, Texas.
And our Leading Lady Conference on July the 23rd and 24th in Mission, Texas.
In our Men Lead Conference this year, we are exploring leadership above and beyond.
And for our ladies, we'll be exploring the 3 V's: vision, values, and voice.
You know how the bar of leadership keeps dropping in our society today, but we believe that now is the time to arise and to go above and beyond and to set the stage for the right kind of leadership that we want in our families, in our communities, and in our nations.
Ladies, we shall be uncovering how to add a voice to our vision and values as we live out our true calling as leaders in society.
So why not join us July 21st through the 24th in Mission, Texas, and in person, or from the comfort of your home somewhere around the world.
This year we'll be coming to you from the Lead Missions headquarters in Mission, Texas, and we'll be broadcasting to the rest of the world.
Please watch this.
Hello and welcome to the beautiful city of Mission, Texas. My name is Obed Garza. I'm a pastor here at Freedom Life Church. And this is the auditorium where we're going to be hosting the 2021 Men Lead Conference and Leading Ladies Conference with Lead Missions International. Welcome. Here at Freedom Life Church, we're so excited to be hosting the 2021 Leading Ladies Conference and Men Lead Conference with Lead Missions International. If you're joining us live, click on the link below and get access to local hotel accommodations. I'm sure you're going to find something that suits you just right.
Wow. So, why not register now and take a front seat? Thank you.
Hey, darling.
Hello, honey.
I brought you this.
You got me a new blender.
Oh, yes. Thanks to the more money I've been receiving through Moneyfx.
How come?
I receive more money through Moneyfx because they have the best exchange rates as compared to the last senders I was receiving.
Meaning you've been saving more?
Oh, yes. Use Moneyfx to receive more for less from abroad with their best exchange rates and save more. Always find the best rates to Cameroon with Moneyfx. Receive more money through Moneyfx today. Moneyfx, fast, easy, and cheap money transfer service to Cameroon.
Hello and welcome to Watch Us Say Academy, an educational management firm. Watch Us Say Academy is the largest e-learning platform in Cameroon capable of simultaneously supporting 5 million students. Our primary objective is closing the gap between the demand and supply of educational services and the adaptation of technology to minimize educational loss. At Watch Us Say Academy, we have taken upon ourselves to 1. Create content for schools in Cameroon. 2. Convert them into ebooks that covers the syllabus of the academic year. 3. Provide video-based lessons, develop automated grading tools to enable students to carry out self-paced assessments, and make the content available on our e-learning platform for as low as 1,000 francs CFA per subject. In order to visit our website, open a web browser and go to watchussayacademy.com. To create an account, click on Sign Up, enter your full name, preferred username, email address, and password. If you already have an account, simply log in by clicking the login button and enter your credentials. To see all subjects and courses offered, click on courses. If you already have a class in mind, you can filter by category to limit the content displayed. Preferably, if you already know the course you are looking for, type it into the search bar and it will pop up. In this example, we will use Form 3 Biology. After searching and selecting your course, you will have the opportunity to preview the topics and lessons.
What is biology? Bio means life, and ology means study of. So biology literally means the study of life. Biology is the study of all living organisms and dead organisms, like fossils. Biology looks at how these organisms form, develop, and interact with each other and their environment. This includes all life: humans, insects, plants, fungi, bacteria, anything that needs nutrients to survive.
One of the things that make me feel very beautiful and very confident as a brown skinned woman is choosing the right skincare products. So here guys, I feel of the products that I use that make me feel very beautiful, very confident. And if you have any skin issue, be it acne, hyperpigmentation, or oily skin, dry skin, whatever problem it is you're facing with your skin, trust me, Escape is here for you. Escape is actually formulated to suit all skin types, all melanated skin types. So when you use this, you see how confident I'm feeling. This is going to be you after using Escape products. Trust me.
Hey, darling.
Hello, honey.
I brought you this.
You got me a new blender.
Oh, yes. Thanks to the more money I've been receiving through Moneyfx.
How come?
I receive more money through Moneyfx because they have the best exchange rates as compared to the last senders I was receiving.
Meaning you've been saving more?
Oh, yes. Use Moneyfx to receive more for less from abroad with their best exchange rates and save more. Always find the best rates to Cameroon with Moneyfx. Receive more money through Moneyfx today. Moneyfx, fast, easy, and cheap money transfer service to Cameroon.